Hey folks, and welcome back to Lonely Horde Guitars. So today we're going to do our first bit of work on actually making the guitar for the How Long Does It Take to Make an Acoustic Guitar series. And today we're going to work on cutting out and resawing our back and sides. First thing we want to do is get a straight edge on this. The board is pretty much flat, but we need a nice perpendicular edge here to go through the bandsaw. So we're going to use the joiner for that. Let's get started. So this was the first time I've used oven call and the first time I've resawn it, and I don't think I have ever had so much problem with the blade bowing as I did with this cut. So what I really expected was, take a thin slice, have a little extra left over that I could make binding out of or something like that. But in this case, it started to bow so bad, what I've basically got is a slice from one side and a slice from another side. And thankfully the grain was really pretty good in terms of, quarter sawn. So this does look like a nice book match set, even though there's probably a 1/4 inch of material between the two. So we'll head over to the planer and clean that up, and then I'm gonna have to be super careful with sawing the back. Well, let's saw the back first. Normally I would just resaw this with this rough edge here, but I had so much trouble with the resawing on the narrower chunk. I'm gonna go ahead and rip this down to 8 inches so I have less material I have to deal with. Same kind of result here. A lot more cupping. I went really slow, still more cupping than I really am used to. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm not going to try and split this. We're just going to clean it up on the planer. So cleaned up all right on the planer. I'm going to take the rest of it down on the drum sander as I'm getting kind of thin here for what a planer can safely do. This was considerably harder than I expected. But it does plane well, and looks like it's going to be pretty nice. A lot more waste than I expected. Well, today's video is done, or the work for today's video is done. The sides are to thickness now. This is about 75 thousandths. 75 to 77 thousandths, depending on where you measure, but right about that. A little thinner than sometimes I go, but this stuff seems to be pretty hard and stiff, so I think that will work out just fine. The tops are a little over 1/8 right now, and I'm going to go ahead and do like a nice fine joint edge and glue that together, and then do the final sanding to dimension while it's all together. So I also clean up my glue line. So that'll happen in the next video, and we'll also trim these guys to size and get them ready for bending. If this is the kind of content you like, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one.